quality assurance, quality control. And there's going to be a lot of stuff in here. I went through it again this afternoon. I actually was sitting in a very boring meeting, so I went through these quickly before I left my office. And it's going to seem basic to you. It's going to seem common sense. And that's the idea. A lot of these things I'm repeating. You hear them all the time. I'm going to hammer home a couple important points, but this is what drives our business and how we are successful. And from a testing perspective, to know the basics, I think, is important for you. So quality assurance. You can read the slide as well as I can, but it's the maintenance of a desired level of quality in a service or product. We want to do well. We want our well that we drill to be straight, to hit the target zone, stay in zone, properly cemented, good perforations, fabulous quality frac job, no problem with chemistry or screen outs or anything of that nature. And we want our wells to produce to their maximum efficiency. If you put artificial lift in, you want your gas lift functioning at top function, or for electric submersible pump. So means of attention to every stage in the process of delivery or production is quality assurance, making sure that you as a professional engineer are doing your utmost to put the best product forward for either your client or your company or yourself. Now, quality control is a system of maintaining those standards. So, we're constantly reviewing our gas lift design. We're constantly looking at our frac program. Maybe we're microseismic mapping that to make sure we're putting it in the ground in the right place and we're not over-stimulating or under-stimulating our zones, etc. And then, of course, there are a lot of industry standards, ANSI, API, ISO, etc. Part of my boring meeting this afternoon was reviewing what ASME standards we're looking at for the piping and process safety on our new gas plant we're building. It's a 180 million a day cubic feet gas plant. And it's just a plethora of standards. And so in order to make sure that we're safe, we're efficient, we're on budget, we went through all of those today. So it was a really boring meeting, but it had to be done. Quality, a very complex requirement in the grand scheme of things, where performance is usually more specific and has many components and or requirements. And that was evident in my meeting today. It's amazing all the things that go into building a gas plant and all the safety requirements, environmental, health, and humans requirements, as well as process requirements. We want this thing functioning. It's a cryo plant at its utmost efficiency. Project management has three characteristics. In the grand scheme of things, you got to have an objective. If you don't know where you're going or what you're doing, it's hard to have manage a project. Deadlines, you must have deadlines so that you know when things are due, metrics to evaluate, and how do you get it done. I mean, you just can't say, well, sometime next year we'll do it. That's not effective project management. And a budget, because nothing's free, and you've got most likely somebody funding this. Could be your own company, could be your board of directors are approving your budget, could be your shareholders, it could be you're borrowing money from a financial institution and they want their money back with interest on a certain schedule. And I was on a project about 2 months ago that was about a $50 million budgeted project, and they were roughly $110 million spent. And because of that, I'm going to be deposed at the end of this month for why, what are my answers as to why it went over budget, what were some of the problems. Needless to say, the financial backers were and are very displeased with that project.